Alright, before I get started in today's video, I just want to make all my viewers aware that I'm going to be conducting a series of giveaways to promote my Monkey Craft YouTube channel. And if that interests you, I'll have some more information later on in this video for you to check out. So good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Monkey Craft in my print shack. I'm here with my buddy Bernie. He's just going to chill out over here, alright? So, in today's video, in my journey, I'd like to talk about a little more setup. You know, when we go all the way back, you know, I built the table and I told you how this table's got to do everything. You know, it's got to be my repair station, my video creation station, and it's also going to be my ship station. Well, so far we haven't talked about how I'm going to handle the ship part of it. Now, if you checked out other 3D print shops where they have a separate print station, generally they'd be at a table like this, and then up front they'd have a big rack that goes across the top of the tables, all the bends and storage things, and everything is all up above them, right here above them. Well, obviously I can't do that. I can't put a big rack up here because that would, you know, I wouldn't be able to video here, right? So I'd be stuck. So I went in and started thinking, I've been thinking about solutions for a while, and I was searching on Things and Maker World and Uverse, all the 3D printing file websites, and I came across one for some storage bins. Looked like this. So what I'm going to do today is walk you through the progression from my original thought up to what I ended up with, and why I'm doing what I'm doing, why it works in this print shack, remembering that whatever I do can't be permanent. It can't be bolted down. It has to be movable so I can reconfigure it. So I found these from a great designer, Maker World. All the links, again, as usual, will be all down below. It's a storage bin, right? And I printed it out. It's a nice looking, modern design storage bin, right? You can see all that, right? And I thought, you can get your hand in it real well. That was a good thing. And I thought, yeah, I like this, right? So, next step, printed a bunch more of them. Now, I think I printed 9 of them. 9 of them. 9 of them fit on one H2, lost all my benches, H2 build plate, H2S. Alright, so now I got all my small part storage idea solved, right? Well, there's a problem. How am I going to slide this around on my desk? That's my idea. I need to be able to have a station I can swing in or slide back out. Well, this ain't going to work. It's all loose. So I noticed that in the file for this, they had an adapter plate, a small square adapter plate that's fit for this, and it was made to hook into some other kind of rack, but it's irrelevant, right? But it was like a little plate. I thought, hey, I could use that little plate. So I took that single plate, and I'll show you really quick here over in the slicer, where I take that single plate and then I merged it with 3 others. Okay? So this is a single plate. Single plate would be just like that. And then I put 3 of them on the build plate, moved them really close so they were just overlapping on the build plate, and then right clicked, selected all of them with the control shift, right clicked on it and hit merge, and then I had printed it, and now I had one piece, right? So now that I have this one piece, see, these fit in here just well, just fine. I'm getting somewhere now, right? Whoop. What's happening? Oh, this is the one that's a little off. Okay, we're gonna get there. Get the idea. What I want to show you is now I can slide it, right? I thought, well, this is great, but what am I going to do for my bigger stuff? Where am I going to put my scale and my printer and everything? Well, put all this to the side here. Don't really need to show the pencil sharpener, do I? Well, I need bigger bends then for that stuff, right? Same design, just bigger, so I can put a scale or rolls of tape, whatever I need into these, okay? Well, you could see how I could take and put this on top of here. That's great, but I wanted more of them. So now I'm back to the same problem of it not staying together. Well, what I did was I took, I examined, I measured with my calipers the size difference between this smaller bend and the large bend. And it's 100% bigger. It's 200% the size of this. So I took that single plate that I created to do this, and I just resized it to 200%, and that got me this, right? This is what a single plate looks like. The one here is 3 of these put together in the smaller version. So now I have a plate that I can put those on, right? Okay. Now, problem is, if I put 2 of these together and merge them, they're too big for the bed of the printer. So I figure I'm going to print them and I'm going to glue them together to attach them, right? So that's what I've done. Now, let me take it one step further. Set some of this off to the side so I can see and talk to you. All right. So my plan would be to have 2 of them with 2 rows of bends and then these on top, right? Well, I told you I'm gonna have to glue some together, but that really doesn't cover the printer. How am I gonna cover the printer? And I went back on Maker World and I looked for stands for my printer. We'll go over more in detail in a printing video, but I got the Munbine. Anyway, it's a label printer, right? To print my 4x6 shipping labels, right? So I came up with a design that I liked on Maker World. That's like a stand that holds the printer, and then the labels go underneath. And the base of that piece, of that file for the printer, looks something like this, right? So I thought I could set that on there. Well, I'd like the base and this piece to be one piece. So what I did was then I brought up the larger size plate, the one that I had scaled up, and I brought in this plate together and I lined it up just where I wanted it, and then I dropped it down a millimeter. So then I merged this plate to this plate, okay? Creating another plate. Let's see, where is that? Well, this is the initial try of it, but as you can see here, you can see that this piece is now merged in with that piece. Okay? This one didn't come out the way I wanted. This is one of them fails, right? A success in that what I wanted to do, I wanted to merge these 2 pieces together so that my printer plate would be on one of these pieces, right? But what I didn't realize is the way they get this to come out honeycomb like this, because this is the infill for this piece, was the file is set to no top surface, no bottom surface. So when I merged the two together, I ended up with no bottom surface or no top surface anywhere. Okay? I solved that though. Went back, made a simple change, reprinted it, and got and had another success. And that looks like, that came out like this, right? Well, these are the other pieces to it. When I reprinted it, with taking out that option that removed the top and bottom surfaces, now I got a plate that when I printed the rest of the pieces, come in here, that goes on there, and now my printer will sit in there, my labels will sit down below for printing. All right, so guess what I'm saying here is really I'm creating a third plate, right? Let me set these to the side just a second. I'm getting there, guys, bear with me. I'm getting to the end solution here real quick. So now, what I've got, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to glue all three of these together. I'm going to drop these for sure. Haven't done it yet, but I'm going to drop all three of these together, and actually it's going to be sitting, this is going to end up over here. I hope you can follow along and understand what I'm doing here. My mind thought. So now, these will go here, these will go here. Bottom plates will be all glued together, right? You can see how this is coming together. But, where'd that plate go with all the other? Here it is, okay. And my thinking was I'm gonna put these on top, right? Well, I'm missing it. The plate I printed here only does 3. So I went back and did it again. I ended up having to print, well, I had a three slot plate. I printed another single, the stock single plate. And that got me, when I glued it together, see I glued this one together. Now we can get to where, now we're talking, right? So now it's going to look something like this. I got one extra bucket. Now when I glue the bottom plates together, I'll be able to slide it around. It's going to be over here to my right. I'll be able to slide it off to the side or slide it over to the left. I can move it around anywhere I need to be. My printer, whoopsie, not glued yet. Those 3 plates were glued together to be staying. Okay. Something like that for what I'm talking about. And then my printer is going to go right there. Labels go underneath. Feed up into the printer. Huh. This tray don't fit the printer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hadn't tried that. I guess I should have tried that before I did a video. I'll get that worked out. So, this is where I'm going with this. Let me take a break and, oh, let me tell you one more thing. So what I'm going to glue it together with is just CA glue, right? I'm not going to glue all these bends in. I'm just going to glue the bases. It's a two-part glue. It's basically super glue with an activator. I'll use this to put these together, and I have to address this. But let me take a break right now. I'll go back and I'll glue this together and get it set up, and then we'll jump back in. Okay, so to resolve the issue, I went into Fusion 360 and I designed this new plate. As you can see, it's just a little wider, right? I don't know why I got the file for this whole setup here off of Maker World and said it was for that printer, but clearly it wasn't, and that's why the printer didn't fit down in there. But either way, got it resolved. Let's carry on, right? Okay, goes in there. Now the printer now mounts right there, like it's supposed to, right? Labels will go underneath. Okay. I got some room here now. I can put things in the other trays. Let's say like my scale right here. Fits right in there, right? Don't want the power on that thing. All right, what else I got here? Oh, put my tape. Goes right in, right? Up on top, I'm gonna have all these little bends so you can put some parts in, small parts to when I'm packing and shipping, the screws and nuts or anything like that that have to go in there. Maybe some thank you cards or something. Whatever I'm gonna need for printing supplies, I can store it all right in here. I'll have my label printer with the labels, my scale, and all that. And now I can move it around. So in theory, it's going to be over here, something like this. Let me go ahead and move the camera over so you get a better view. Okay. Okay, like I'm saying, see how I can just sort of slide it around now? So I'm going to do some shipping. I'm going to pack this up, right? Well, I can slide this right over. My printer will already be plugged in. Get out my scale, get out anything else I need out of here. Take care of all my shipping for the day. Now I'm gonna create some videos or something. Slide it back, now it's out of the way. So that's what I was thinking. So what do you think, guys? Well, all right, at this point, before I leave you for the day, I want to play a short clip that talks about the promotion I got coming up for my channel. Let me play that clip right now. It'll tell you all about it. If you're interested in participating in the giveaways that I'm conducting for my Monkeycraft YouTube channel, I have created a separate video that I've linked down below that has all the information for the giveaways, what's being given away, what you do to have to participate, the ground rules for it, everything. All that information is in that separate video that's linked down below. So if you're interested, would like to participate, try to win some 3D print stuff, click that link down. Well, that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you found it interesting. Hope you got some good intel out of it. Please join me in my next video. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, do it now. Click down below. And I'll see you in my next video. Let's go, Bernie. We're all done here.